Today we're going to take a look at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's trusted circle of friends in LA. This article is interesting and we're going to go through it, but what occurs to me here in looking at all these folks listed in this article is these are Meghan's friends in LA, almost exclusively, and they're not Harry's friends. Harry is just an appendage at this point. And I'm not sure that Harry has any friends really in LA. And that's what sticks out to me about this article. Who are Harry's friends? Who are Harry's closest friends? So we have Charlie Van Strubenzee. Charlie is a godparent, and they went to school together. So he's a godparent. He may have been involved in Harry's wedding. The other guy who's definitely a good friend of Harry is Skippy Inskip, Tom Skippy Inskip. He's his wingman. They did the naked billiards together. He was there for the naked billiards. He advised Harry against marrying Meghan, or said maybe he should take some more time. Meghan has done everything she can to cut him out. He and his wife were only invited to the ceremony. This is his lovely wife. They were not invited to the reception, and that's probably Harry's closest, guy friend, and he's been completely cut out by Meghan. And then, of course, there's Chelsea Davy, the beautiful Chelsea Davy. And I really like her spirit. That's why I call her beautiful. But they were together for 7 years, and I think she was spotted at the polo match. There was discussion that he met her privately. She flew into London. He met her privately. They've just been connected for a very, very long time and seem to have a really solid relationship. And everybody thought that he would marry her. And it's good that they're really friends. Now let's take a look at, we have read on a lot of these friendships. Let's take a look at these friendships. The first one is Serena Williams. Okay, so there's been a lot made of Serena Williams. Meghan flew in just for her tennis match. She had skin knees. She seemed to be flirting with her husband. Serena lost that tennis match. More recently, Serena was seen, she YouTubed herself wearing a Snow White dress that she couldn't zip up and wouldn't close in the back. People thought that was a dig at Meghan's dress, the black dress that was too tight, and she was basically busting out of it. And I think she wore that to the Disney, Lion King premiere, where they huckstered her for the voiceover, and she got that voiceover. Also, more recently, we have on Naomi Campbell, where Naomi said, "Aren't you excited that your friend has moved to LA?" And Serena says, "I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know her." Okay, and I've read on Serena and Meghan, and my impression is their relationship is not soured. Okay, but Serena wants nothing to do with Meghan's many, many troubles. Okay, there's just too much trouble around Meghan right now, and Serena doesn't want to get caught up in it. Okay, next is Amal and George Clooney. Amal Clooney flew Meghan back and forth on her private jet to the $500,000 New York City baby shower, which, by the way, Doria Ragland did not attend, and she was just in LA. And there's talk that George is helping her in Hollywood. We'll take a look at these two relationships. We haven't read on them recently. All of that sounds very reasonable that these things are happening. Next is Oprah. Okay, Oprah got Meghan and Harry the Tyler Perry $18 million mansion, the Tyler Perry house. I don't believe Harry is living there at all. I believe they're going through a divorce, and they're definitely separated, living separate lives. And first of all, the cards just keep screaming this. But second of all, you have Harry posting 4 separate videos with the same crappy background. And that's clearly not anywhere in LA or anywhere in Canada. Okay, during the time of posting these 4 videos, he's supposedly all over the world, and he just keeps posting the same background, and he's looking really terrible. Also, Oprah is working with Harry on a mental health project. This has been going on and on and on, and it's never come out. I'm pretty sure it's never come out. So I'm sure 100 people will correct me if I'm wrong. I have read recently on Oprah and Meghan, and I do definitely see some conflict in the relationship. So I think Oprah has the inside scoop, and she's very smart and very savvy. The next person we have is Abigail Spencer. This is the lovely actress who I believe she worked with Meghan on Suits. Her career has done pretty well, and we'll have to take a look and see about this relationship. The next one is Priyanka Chopra. Priyanka very famously attended Meghan's wedding, and there was a lot made of that Priyanka and Meghan were besties. Meghan and Harry did not, right after their wedding, attend Priyanka Chopra's wedding with Nick Jonas in India. Oh, it was too far, blah, blah, blah. And then Priyanka did not attend the opulent baby shower in New York. People were really, really shocked about that. And then there was a denial that, okay, then there was a big news story that Priyanka visited Archie in London because Priyanka was in London for acting work, doing some acting stuff. And then she came out on Twitter and says she didn't visit Archie, and she didn't give these opulent gifts that they're all saying she did. So we're going to take a look at that. Next is James Corden. Okay, he's a talk show host, and this is more like an acquaintance, I would think. I'm surprised Elton John is not on here. I've heard that, Meghan has been talking to Elton John all the time. This was like a regular thing. Okay, but James Corden is just, somebody who lives in the area. We'll take a look at that. And finally, we have Doria Ragland. Okay, and they just went there for Mother's Day. They did the social distancing. They were 2 millimeters apart and touching each other frequently. We didn't see Archie, really weird. They did trumpet that Archie was present, but we have no video evidence of this. And Harry was walking 5 steps behind like an obedient royal handbag carrier. We'll take a look at these relationships, but what is striking to me is that all of these relationships that are listed here are really just for Meghan. Maybe James Corden, you could argue that could be a little bit for Harry, but none of these people, Harry is a fish out of water, and it's all about Meghan, and that's not good. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. Let's take a look at these close friendships in LA for Meghan Markle and Harry. And as I said before, they all look like really just Meghan's friends. And if they're real friends, it won't have so much to do with their status. But if they're not real friends, it will have everything to do with their status. And I've done a reading recently on how is Meghan's quest for Hollywood fame going, and it's going really, really poorly right now. Okay, and I think that's because of all the drama, the lawsuit, all the messed up drama with her father, all that unresolved stuff, and literally she just needs to fly over there and say, "Hey, Dad," and show him, take a look at Archie and take some photos of him and some live video. We like live video of him, playing with Archie and meeting Archie and saying hello and, holding Archie, all that stuff. Just appreciating Archie. So let's take a look at some of these relationships and how are they going? I mean, are they, I don't think the quest for Hollywood fame and stardom and millions of dollars is going fantastically. So these relationships may reflect that or they may not. Okay, I think, so the number one relationship with Serena, I think that's a little bit on the rocks right now. Serena just doesn't want all the drama, and she's right. It could infect her. 48 Laws of Power, don't beware of the unsuccessful and the unhappy, they can infect you. Just kind of keep your distance. It's like the worldwide bug. So next is Amal and George Clooney. Let's look at Amal. Well, let's put George over here because there's male energy over here. George Clooney and Amal. How are those relationships going? Because Amal and George have been very generous, and George is allegedly helping Meghan out in Hollywood. And that definitely sounds like something that George would be doing. George, Amal. Starting with George and Amal. George, incubus, succubus. This can be a sex card or selfishness. City. City is an acquaintance. He's definitely acquaintance. He's committed to her as an acquaintance. And he's got selfish motives. 8 and 8, 16, 4 spades, hidden selfish motives. So there's no love here. He is helping her out. Okay, but it's not a loving relationship, and he's doing it for himself. He's kind of selfishly doing it. He's doing it for himself. Okay, he's helping Meghan to try to get roles, and this also promotes his name. He's calling, and his name is associated with this, so this brings awareness to his name for his career, and it shows him as a generous, charitable person. You know, the Bible says, don't announce your gifts with trumpets. He's kind of announcing his gifts with trumpets, so he has, you know, he's announcing that he's helping Meghan to all of the inside Hollywood people, so he's looking good. Now, Harry is a very high status individual, and always has been, because he's a royal. Okay, and that really makes a huge difference. That's the value of being a royal, and that's what's raised Meghan's status. I think Meghan and Harry will divorce, and Meghan's status will plummet. And it's already begun dropping, because they're really not royals anymore, even though they sort of are. Amal Clooney, veil. So we have 4 spades on George's side. We have veil on hidden secrets, something underneath, behind the veil on Amal's side. Water into wine is joyous. It's a drinking, it's a partying card. Good times. Man, there is talk that Amal is jealous. You know, let's see, 28, 7 spades. We have 7 spades 2 times. Okay, veil. She could be jealous that George is interacting with Meghan. Meghan is said to be a huge flirt. I think she is very, very good at, you know, sexual flirtation and luring men with, you know, her body, and she's always touching people. I think she does that a lot, and she's always touching Harry. I think this started very early, and it was very welcome at the beginning, because this is the signal that women will give a man, you know, that she really likes him. But later on, it just, everybody's looking at it like, stop touching him. You're just controlling him. So I don't know if she's doing that to George. King of Hearts can also be direct action. There are hearts over on Amal's side. There's no hearts on George's side. It's interesting how George's and Amal's side are not like mirroring each other, like they're of one mind toward Meghan and Harry, even though George is helping Meghan. What's underneath? We have home and cornucopia. Friends in everything, 12. And this is money. Friends associated with money and opulence. They're close associations because they're very wealthy. And then there's 2 more cards. We have snake and straight razor. Snake is underlying issues and conflicts. So 13, 4 hearts. There's underlying issues and conflicts. So I think they're both. George is just helping her selfishly. He's an acquaintance. He would consider himself absolutely an acquaintance. He doesn't want a close and personal relationship with Meghan. He wants what he wants. Amal, she wants very light. It's not very personal. Direct action. She's helping. They're both okay. So they're both helping Meghan, but it's not like really personal. It's not really personal. They're just people. Meghan and Harry, and especially Meghan, are just people in their environment. All right. So we looked at Oprah previously. Oprah is clearly helping them out, but there's some real undertones, and the devil showed up in Meghan's spread. Let's take a look at Abigail Spencer. Okay, she's an up-and-coming actress. She worked with Meghan on Suits, and how's that going? People are saying that, and there's this this other woman who said, yeah, I'll invite Meghan and Harry over for dinner. And I forget who that is. She's a famous actress. They didn't mention her. So, I don't know. And there's someone else coming out and defending Meghan and Harry. So I don't know if these are solicited. And those two ladies did not make the list. Let's look at Abigail Spencer. Is she a close friend? And obviously, Meghan has Jessica Mulroney and Marcus Anderson. But they're in Canada, eh? Abigail Spencer. Okay, Fox is a business card. She wants what she wants. 12, 16, 25, 7 hearts this direction. And 7 hearts is generally a very nice card. We have the yes, key, contacts, money, solid cornerstone. So the basis of this is money and celebrity and fame, and she is a key person, and Abigail Spencer is really kind of closely helping Meghan out. And there is, well, these are not like friendship hearts. This is business. This is more like business. Trinity, very much a business card. People working together. Cross, permanent relationship. And player, acting. 10, 21, 6 clubs. She knows her. They're friends because they're actors. They're actresses. They worked together. So it's solid. It's solid in as much as they're acting friends. Okay, so it's a solid relationship. There's only 1 heart showing, but it's an acting relationship. This is, so George and Amal, for George, it's definitely business. For Amal, she's just keeping it very light, and they're just kind of very acquaintances. Here, there's a little bit more solid because they work together and they kind of know each other and they have a history. Okay, so Abigail is a little bit more solid. Let's take a look at Priyanka Chopra. Okay, a lot of conflict associated with Priyanka, and Priyanka seemed like a legit friend. Priyanka seems like someone who kind of really, is very personal and kind of gives you her heart. Kind of person, like a real friend. There's a lot of signs that they have had a falling out. Priyanka didn't attend the opulent baby shower, didn't attend her wedding. That's a huge snub. And she denied visiting Archie in London when she came. So, how's it going with Priyanka? What is Priyanka thinking about Meghan? Meghan, really, not Harry. Harry is just an appendage to Priyanka. Very emotional. And there's the devil. Devil showed up. What I want to see just like a real friendship, like a close friendship. Even, without regard to any kind of money, without regard to acting or promoting themselves. I want to see just a real friendship. And let's see. So very emotional. They had a very emotional falling out. 21, 26, 7 diamonds because of outside circumstances. Okay, Meghan and Harry didn't attend the Jonas wedding. Okay, her and Nick Jonas in India. And that's the outside circumstance. And she was really, really, really upset about that. Okay, so that's what kicked it all off. And it's interesting, small things kick off huge events. They have this domino effect. And how did Meghan and Harry get here? I would point to the Africa. Now, it was happening before the Africa thing where they were talking about how dissatisfied they were, and clearly they were planning to go on their own from the very beginning, and Meghan was setting all this up, and Archwell and all that. Okay, but the event for Meghan and Harry is Meghan and Harry making the Africa trip all about themselves. Nobody asks me how I'm doing. Harry, every click, every snap. And that just soured all of the good things that they did in Africa, meeting all those needy people and destitute people. And there's so many problems in Africa, and particularly in South Africa. There's terrible, terrible problems. And all of this, in my mind, that's the real first domino that fell. So the domino that fell for Meghan and Priyanka is that Meghan didn't attend her wedding. And that's a really big deal. And Priyanka was very upset about that. Underneath we have handcuffs, high tower, four-leaf clover, and devil. Devil is very angry, isolated, still connected, and will interact. Let's see, 11, 15, 26 again. Okay, 7 dimes because of outside events. So Priyanka still considers Meghan her friend. It's interesting how much emotion shows up with Priyanka. Priyanka's the one with all the emotion. She's showing up with all the emotion. Okay, but she's very angry and is not speaking to Meghan. Is completely giving her the silent treatment. Okay, but Priyanka, I would point at Priyanka as the one person who seems like she wants to really actually be a friend with Meghan. Okay, and 8 hearts is similar to 10 hearts. Amal may be more of an emotional kind of friend. So Amal and Priyanka, but definitely Priyanka. And finally, we have James Corden. Let's take a look. And the last one that showed up on their list of 7 was Doria Ragland. And Doria Ragland, I just read on that, and they want you to believe that Meghan and Doria have this wonderful mother-daughter relationship. But in my reading, it looked like just business. Okay, they're showing you this wonderful mother-daughter relationship, but it's just business. Okay, there's not a deep emotional connection between Doria and Meghan. And that's a really kind of important relationship. Okay, so let's look at James Corden. What kind of relationship do we have here with Meghan and Harry? And again, James Corden could possibly be a friend to Harry, but I don't know. Let's look at James Corden. Sun, coffin, Mother Earth. Oh dear. Let's leave those 2 10s up there. All right, so we have James Corden. Underneath, very interesting, we have inheritance and earthquake. 10s are completion, 25 spades, change, a disaster in the foundation, a disaster in the foundation. He feels that this is disastrous. He's keeping it all to himself. He's keeping it all in the box. Dead body in the Mother Earth. Things are getting exposed. Wow. He feels like everything is getting exposed. These secrets are getting exposed. And this could be about Archie, or this could be in the situation. 12, 16, 17, 5 hearts. He's reacting to secrets being exposed. So, okay, James Corden, because these are inside people, these are inside Hollywood. And I think this is what I'm seeing with Oprah. Oprah and Meghan, there's a real conflict there. And I believe that's because Oprah has all the inside scoop. She's in direct contact with Harry. She knows that they're separated, not living together, divorcing. James Corden and Oprah may also know the inside scoop about Archie, the fake pregnancy, carrying a basketball around inside her dress, all those for 10, 11, 12, 13 months. Okay, James Corden, he's in a similar situation. He knows the secrets. The secrets have been revealed, and it could specifically be about the pregnancy in Archie, because Mother Earth is definitely a pregnancy card. And this can be pregnancy and conception, secrets around the pregnancy and conception. Or it can be just secrets are revealed in the situation, and he's reacting to this. So he feels like disastrous secrets are being kept, dead bodies are inside that box, and it's about to be exposed, and it's going to blow up, and he doesn't want to get hit by that blow up. So he, James Corden, who's been identified as one of the top 7 people, he is going to keep far away from Meghan and Harry like a hand grenade that's about to blow up. So Corden is not a real friend. Let's review what we have here. Let's review. And this is a very interesting look. George and Amal. George is just an acquaintance. He is helping her. He's just an acquaintance, but he's doing it for himself. He feels that this benefits himself. And that's a good rule. If it doesn't benefit you at all, both parties should benefit. Relationships should always be mutual, okay? And this is why people are looking at what's going on with Meghan and Harry and are saying, well, all of this only benefits Meghan and it doesn't benefit Harry. That's a bad relationship. So Clooney is benefiting himself by, he sees himself benefiting by helping Meghan, and that's why he's doing it. She's just an acquaintance, and he's keeping her at arm's length, probably because of his marriage to Amal. Amal, she's getting a little more emotional, but she wants to keep it light, and there's strong influence of the 7 spades twice, and they're just connected. They do see problems here. Amal and George do see problems here, but they're helping out, and they want to be seen as good guys, good people who are helping out. Abigail Spencer, long history with Abigail Spencer. It is a business. It's a business and acting relationship, and Player and Fox are very selfish. They want what they want, and these are brother-sister energies. So very much completely based on acting. This is probably her longest relationship here. Priyanka's the only one showing real emotions here. She's very upset that Meghan and Harry, she's very upset about something. I think it's because Meghan and Harry, and it's outside circumstances, because Meghan and Harry didn't show up for her wedding. And she's very angry about it, but she's still committed to the relationship. So Priyanka, I would say, is the only actual friend. I don't know if Meghan and Harry know this. She's Meghan's friend. I don't know if Meghan really realizes this, but Priyanka is the one person here that I would say she's a real friend. The other person I would say who is more of a real friend is Abigail. So Abigail and definitely Priyanka. Priyanka seems like the nicest person, but she's really, really angry at Meghan right now. And then James Corden, they're like a hand grenade that's about to go off, and he's just going to stay away from them. So his mind is completely changed about them, and he's probably laughing about this article, that he's listed as one of these top 7 people. But hey, it gets his name in the paper. It's free advertising. So they're not having wonderful relationships, and they're almost exclusively based on fame and money and being in Hollywood. And Harry's real friends, all of his real friends, what is Tom Skippy Inskip getting out of Harry? Not much, nothing maybe, nothing at all at this point. And what is his other friend getting? Nothing. Those are real friends. Harry has some real friends. And, he's got Chelsea Davy. She's a real friend, obviously, and you can tell just from their interaction. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the very generous folks who've bought me a cup of tea and support me. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.